It's hard. Selena's a hard one because
I'm gonna say a lot of these people though. If you just see them walking down the street in costume, they just look like people walking down the street, not even necessarily in costume. Because you know what I mean. Like,
maybe she just didn't do a good job.
Our HR lady didn't enter the contest, but she did. She come dressed up as Wednesday Addams. I thought her costume was really good too.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
I thought
one.
she was gonna say she came dressed as sexual harassment or something.
That would have been a good one.
We have the nicest HR person, and I know why, because when they fire you, this is the woman you want to let you go.
Yep.
Because it would be a little sweeter from her.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't get mad at her.
Yeah,
she's too sweet.
One of my clients is like the head of HR. He gets to work from home, and I get to, sometimes I'm there cleaning, I get to hear him fire people. And he's always nice about it. He always like gives them money. That's how he smooths it over.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
It helps.
All right, y'all ready getting these topics?
Oh, yeah.
News and noteworthy.
The Shiznit.
So let's start off with this because last week I was kind of I skipped over Dolomite. Wanted to make sure we got it in. I was kind of rushing. We didn't actually answer the question for the question of the week. We read the other people's, but we didn't give our answers. So let's real quick give our answers to last week's question of the week, which was, I'll remind you, what is your scariest memory or experience? So, Pip?
When I was I think it was 12, there was a big rain thunderstorm in Peoria, and my sister and her best friend Kim and I were on the porch. My mom and my brother were inside, and then my mom kept saying, "Come inside, come inside, come inside." Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's so funny. I was like, storms rage. I was sounding like Shakespeare, like, blow, wind blow, thunder crash. I command you. And then it went boom, and all the lights went out in the neighborhood. I was so scared. It was like right after I said it, it crashed and it all went out. And my mom said, "That's what you get playing with God. You can't be playing with God."
Playing with God.
I was scared. I was so scared.
That's a good one. That is so funny. That's a good one. I can see hilarious. A kid be like, oh, I did that. I have powers.
My sister and her friends screamed, ran in the house.
Right? I would have screamed too. I'd have been like, "The devil, no."
Not today, Satan.
No.
Okay,
Pip's
Dee.
possessed.
What's yours?
My scariest childhood memory was the time when my grandmother asked me and my cousins to go get something out of her car from the parking garage. And the parking garage, somebody had knocked all the lights out inside the parking garage. So it was an underground parking garage. It was nighttime, pitch dark. And my grandma was like, she left her purse in the car. She's like, "Go get my purse." So we ran down there. It was dark. So we ran back up and we was like, "Granny, it's too dark down there. We can't get your purse." And she was like, "Y'all better go down there, get my damn purse. What the hell y'all talking about?" So, okay, Granny said we got to go now. So we go down there. It's dark. We can't see literally like a foot in front of us. Like, it's so dark, and we just standing there. I tried to go in, and the darkness just surrounded me. I don't know. I can't explain it. With the darkness just surrounded me, I was frozen in my place, and I couldn't move. I was scared out of my mind. I thought I was going to be taken. I was just frozen. And then I could just see the light from the car come on. My cousin ran over to the car and cut the light and opened the door, and the light from the car came on. And I was like, "Ah!" And I just ran back up the stairs from the parking garage. One of my scariest memories of my childhood.
Wow, you guys got some pretty good childhoods. Those are y'all scariest memories.
I'm scared.
Well, that's
I have several more.
Yeah.
That's one I gave.
That's like a level 3.
I'm still saying it's pretty tame. It makes me feel okay. Well, okay. Here's my scariest memory, or at least one of them. So this was my first encounter with any kind of domestic violence ever. All right. So my mom's best homegirl, it was her ride or die. She called my mom up for some help. She was having some issues with her husband. They were going at it. So she grabbed me, threw me in the car, and we went over there. I remember it was a white Pontiac, and I think it was either it was my brother's car and he gave it to my mom, or my brother was borrowing my mom's car, and he got in an accident. In any case, whoever car it was, it had been in an accident,
Right.
a car accident. And the passenger side door had got smashed in the accident. So you either had to get in from the driver's side or get in Dukes of Hazzard style.
Mm-hmm.
That door would not open.
Yes.
Okay. So it's important that you know that before I continue on with the story. So anyway, we went over there to my mom's girlfriend's house. And so like I said, I'm a little kid. I'm probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5.
Okay.
Something like that. And so I'm just like standing out, just out of the way. And the grown-ups are, my mom is trying to come between them, and they're like cussing and fussing and
they're going at
swinging at each other. Yeah, exactly. And so my mom was like, okay, enough of this shit. Come on, Claudine. And she's like, oops, I'm sorry. Oh, I mean, I'm going to have to beep her name out. Come on, girl. She's like, come on, let's go. And she's like, come on, boy. And so we all went and we jumped in the car, right? And so we back out, and we're like about to, and the guy comes down the stairs or whatever, and he's like yelling and cussing, whatever, and he's demanding that his wife comes back. And my mom is starting to take off down the street, and the guy got his hand on the door on the passenger side, right?
That door don't
and
open.
He don't know that.
Right.
And so he's like, you better get out this car. I'm going to snatch you out this car, whatever. And my mom's girlfriend, she reached over and she locked the car door. She's like, My mom did like this. Girl, don't even worry about that. He ain't going to get that door open. Not today. Watch this. And my mom punched the gas and drug him down the street.
She was not playing.
No, she was not playing. And I'm like this little kid looking out the window with this man dangling. And it seemed like, it's probably like 10 seconds. It seemed like he was hanging on for like an hour. I mean, but yeah, she drug him down the street, and like we left and he was just laying in the middle of the street. I don't know what happened to him after that or anything, but that's something that's very vivid that stood out in my mind that scared the hell out of me.
I'd have been scared too. I would have been scared for him. I'd have been scared of my mom.
Yeah.
Like, what else you gonna do?
Yeah.
See,
I was already scared of my mom.
Yeah.
I was already scared of my mom. Like, that was not a problem. That was not a problem. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom and her boyfriend got into a domestic situation, and I wasn't scared, but this let me know that my mom was real live. She laid on our living room floor and dressed in all black with her gun, and her boyfriend came and threw a rock through the back window. We all had to lay on the floor, be quiet, sit in the dark. Her boyfriend laid on the floor. Her boyfriend came through a rock through our window. She ran outside and shot at him. She had to jump over a fence to run to get away from my mama. Yeah, those domestic situations, they get scary. But I wasn't scared. I was very much like, yeah, my mom is real.
Yeah.
Real.
All right. So, John Witherspoon, known as Pops to all his fans and Spoon to his friends, passed away at age 77. And we don't know any details at this time. There's not much to tell. But Pops is famous for being in Fridays and Boomerang and a lot of other Black
Jesus.
Black classics. Yes, Black Jesus as well. Yes, a lot of black shows, a lot of he came to Hollywood as a young man. He started off as a model and got into comedy and acting. And
He was brilliant.
Yeah.
He made everybody happy.
no longer with us.
He made everybody happy. And even the white people in my office were really sad when about the news. Actually, the head of our office, the president of the West Coast, was quoting Boomerang all day.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get enough because couldn't believe he was gone.
Yeah.
Coordinate.
He actually was in his office going, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Oh, Pops.
Yep.
Yeah. He was like the only father figure we had for one point in time. He was what's his name's daddy? He was everybody's daddy.
He's the
Every
dad.
black man's
Loretta
dad.
Devine is the mom.
Mm-hmm. He's the black dad of the hood.
And it's
Yeah,
just
the ghetto
so
dad.
funny.
Ghetto daddy.
Just so funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he played so many low characters, but you loved all of them. He elevated all of them. They were never seemed. I don't want to say stereotypical, because many of them were stereotypical,
right?
But they never seemed. What's the word? Where denigrative.
Right.
They were real people.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, comical, but real people.
Definitely.
Miss him. Gonna miss him.
Yeah, for sure.
He will be missed.
He's one of those people, like, it's sad to think we'll never get to see him in anything new again.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So Hollywood assistants are in open revolt.
Good for you.
Deirdre Morgan and Liz Alper are campaigning to improve pay and working conditions for assistants. These ladies are TV writers who started off as assistants, as many do. Many writers and TV execs and producers and people start off as assistants, and they're saying it's time for a revolution.
It is time for a revolution. I've been a Hollywood assistant.
It is, and then you know what too? It's not just assistants, but it's all the entry level and low paying positions in Hollywood, and as well as the interns. I believe the interns also they need to they're unpaid already by nature of the position, but there's some things that they need to they just need to be taken to task for the way that they treat them. They need to put caps on hours and different things like that. You know, because
I agree with that.
When I needed to be an intern, like internship was required in order to get my degree, and just when they were saying
your degree's in television production,
yes, communications, emphasis, TV production, yes, TV film. So, like they were saying in this article about the assistants, that's why I brought this up, because it's very similar. The demand for those positions are so high, and that's anything where when you got a lot of people who are willing, who are really, you know, will cut off their left arm to get this position. That's usually not good for the people that have to work those positions,
right? Because they'll do anything with you.
They'll do right, and they'll treat you like crap.
Somebody else will be here tomorrow.
Yes, exactly, because you're easily replaceable. You know, it makes the bar really high to get in, and there's just so many hoops and things that they put you through because they have so many people who are dying for that. It makes it's the recipe for very, very unpleasant and inhumane working conditions.
Yeah, it's very easily to be taken advantage of.
Yes.
I actually have a friend that I went to college with, and we're still great friends today. And when I first moved to Hollywood and I was job hunting, he's an agent at a very big agency. He's a literary agent. So all the movie screenplays and stuff like that go through his office. And he represents some big movie writers and movies you all have seen, big ones. And I said, hey, I saw a listing that he was looking for an assistant. And I called him direct, and I said, hey, man, I'm looking for a job. He's like, no, you don't want to be my assistant.
Right.
He goes, I wear them out. They know how they treat them. And
right.
They still can do it. They still do it.
Yeah, they do. I also think the medical field is another place they need to look at closely.
Oh, my gosh. They put them through it.
The interns and the doctors and the 48-hour shifts and all that. And, you know, the attitude is I had to do it.
Right.
And that's the only reason why it's still being done.
Yeah, but
because nobody wants to stop it. Everybody's like, I had to do it. They should have to do it.
The degrading aspect of it, you would think people would get over that and say, like, there was no reason why I needed to be treated like that. That's, you know, like walking. It's like that Diddy thing we was talking about.
Right.
Like, there's no reason why you have to walk to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like, that is not anything to help me do my job. You want to make me pay my dues, show me something that's really applicable to this job.
Right.
Yes.
And make me solve a hard problem.
Or when making me pay my dues could put someone's life in jeopardy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And
You're working
career.
Somebody's working 48-hour shifts without sleep, and they got people's lives in their hands because you had to do it. That ain't a fucking good reason.
That's not.
Right.
You know what I'm
really
saying?
not.
It's different if there's some sort of extraordinary circumstances where it's needed, but you doing it as a form of hazing just because that's what you had to do.
It's because you can.
And
That's
them paying their dues. Fuck that.
Meanwhile, the regular doctors is at home, sleeping,
Right.
chilling, living their life with their kids, going on vacations.
Not good. Not cool. Not cool.
Got the interns in the emergency room. Like, he got a bullet wound. Just put him in the back.
Yeah. So basically, the article just kind of goes on and talks about how they're, they haven't